we did talk about this. Susan, Susan,
We're ready.
okay, all right. Welcome, everyone. It's now 6:39 p.m. Welcome to the regular meeting of the Planning and Zoning Commission. This is March the 30th, 2026. We do have a quorum here tonight. I have myself, Derek Parks, Chair. We have Karen Stanfield, which is to my right, Kevin Haley, which is to Karen's right, member here. Also to my left, we have Susie Mendoza. She's a member, and we have an alternate member here tonight, which is Brian Bell. And for the city staff, we have Ben, which is Director of Development Services, and Roderick is the Planning and Zoning Manager for the City of Red Oak. So the first agenda item tonight is the consent agenda item, which is Roman numeral number 2 on your handout. And the items listed below, we're gonna consider to be routine by the Planning and Zoning Commission to be enacted with one motion. Number 1 is the minutes from February the 23rd, 2026. And also number 2, which is consider approving a final plat for the Victory at Red Oak. Approximately 2.3 acres of land, generally located at the northwest corner of Ovilla Road and Grand Meadow Boulevard. PID number 188573, case number P as in Paul, S as in Sam 26-01, requested by Drew Danowski.
And Commission, if you wouldn't mind, when making a motion, just have that plat subject to final zoning approval by the City Council.
Okay, thank you, Ben.
I move that we approve the consent agenda. The final plat for item 2 must be approved by the City Council.
You want to say that again?
I move that we approve the consent agenda with the stipulation that the final plat for item 2 must be approved by City Council.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Ayes have it. The consent agenda items have been approved. Moving along to new business, which is number 3 on your handout, is conduct a public hearing and consider a zoning change from PD 107 revised R to PD revised 6 for the approval of a development plan with commercial uses on the site located at the southwest corner of Harmony Way and North Interstate 35, described as Lot 1, Block B of the Red Oak Legacy Square Edition. Case number Z as in zebra, C as in cat 25-20, requested by Michael Westfall. Staff, please.
Yes, good afternoon. Thank you, Chairman. Good afternoon, Commission. So if you guys remember, this one did come before you last meeting. It moved on to council. However, we need to bring it back to you guys because council did recommend some modifications to it or to make sure that we were getting the verbiage and everything correct with this one. So if you look on the map, this one is right here, just below B&B, right there off of I-35, south of Harmony Way. So it'll be right there along that frontage road there. It did come with us before us last time with the associated plats with it. So because just like we did today, as far as how we do we make sure that the zoning goes forward and gets approved along with the plats. That's why the description of this property still remains the same because the zoning didn't pass. So therefore the plats didn't move forward either. So that's why the description still remains the same that it was previously. Okay. Just giving you that tidbit. So along with that, so with the zoning for this one, what council brought up is that we wanted to make sure that we went with the spirit of what the original PD had. So, which is along that frontage road. We wanted to make sure that we captured and ensured that it remained steadfast with the original zoning, which called for no more than 25% office usage right there off of the I-35 frontage. So those uses that are going to be along this frontage that's right here, along I-35, you see where my mouse is. We want to make sure that those are more catered toward the retail, restaurant, and those type of uses that go along with our use data table. So that's the biggest thing that's with this, or really the only thing that we have with this zoning that we're bringing before you, is just clarifying that that language and the uses that we have in here, capture that and move forward with that information that we have here. So inside of the data tables that we have here, we've captured that information. I'll zoom in a little bit for you so you can kind of see that information. So
But this doesn't include lot 1R and lot 2. It was only for the two strip centers on lot 3 and 4, just limiting the amount of office
right,
use
that
that can
they're
go in
currently
there,
developing right now.
which
So
was a max of 25%.
mhm.
Okay.
Because our highway frontage is better used for, clothing shops and restaurants than a dentist office, right?
So all of the other exhibits and information is going to remain the same in regards to the landscaping. For this one, the elevations and everything for this particular property, it remains the same. We just wanted to make sure that we captured that additional information in spirit of the ordinance. The PD ordinance that we did have kind of here that you guys see here, where it had more of the retail uses and restaurant up front, and then the office spaces more so right behind that from the original development plan that was submitted to us when this one initially came in. So we wanted to make sure that we clarified that information, which is why it's coming back before you. And then when you guys provide your recommendations, then it'll go before our wonderful council.
Okay.
And that is all I have. If I'll stand for any additional questions you may have.
All right. Thank you, Roderick. This is a public hearing. Those are in favor of this item, you can go first. Those who may be against this item, you can go second. And if you have any questions, you can go after that. But the floor is now open for the public to speak on agenda item 3, please. If not, can I have a motion to close the public hearing, please?
Move that we close.
Second?
All in favor?
Aye. Aye.
Ayes have it. The public hearing has been closed. Commissioners, do y'all have any questions in regards to new business 3?
I don't have any questions.
I'm just wondering about the process. So we, or at least I, was not aware that was part of the original development agreement. And if we had known, we would have perhaps put that language in.
So the original, can you go to that original plan?
Sure.
So the original plan had some offices in the back and allowed office uses on the site. It wasn't dictated in the original zoning where the uses had to be, but this is what we saw as saying, okay, we're gonna have retail up front and offices kind of in the middle there,
Mhm.
behind that site where it says site here on the screen. But when we're issuing COs, we just go to the use list. And if the use list says office, well, then a dentist office can go in there and we can't say anything about it. So this is what we're trying to do is keep this office park idea still alive and still able to do it. But on the frontage, we want to keep retail and restaurant.
Mhm. Primary.
Yeah.
Okay. No further questions.
Okay. Kevin, anything from you? All right. Can I have a motion for agenda item 3, please?
Move that we accept as presented.
I second agenda item 3.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Ayes have it. Agenda item number 3 has been approved. Moving along to number 4 on your handout, which is also to a public hearing and consider a zoning change from PD 186 to PD 186 revised number 2 for submittal and approval of a development plan with commercial districts uses developed on approximately 2.33 acres of land. PIN number 188-573, City of Red Oak, Ellis County, Texas. Case number Z as in zebra, C as in cat 26-02, requested by Drew Danowski. Staff, please.
All right, thank you again. So this one is right here, just as you mentioned, along Ovilla and Grand Meadow Boulevard. This one came before us for the original zoning back in November. Then it came back to us again in January for the development of the commercial and multifamily uses on the separate tracks that are right here. Right now, what the applicant is looking to do is submit for a retail track that's here at the corner is where this one is going to be located. So I just want to give you the grand view for this one, and we'll jump into what they're actually looking to do here. So this one is going to be lot 6 is what they're looking for right now. And they're looking just to develop this one into a retail building with multi-tenants inside of here that goes along with the uses that they have for this one. The multifamily, if you guys remember, is going to be north of this one. And we zoned that one back in January, went to council in February for this one. So it's just a continuation of what we initially zoned back in November, went to council in December, just submitting for those development plans so they can move forward with the construction and development for this particular site.
It's just there.
Okay, so we'll kind of look at that. The landscape for this one is going to be consistent with what they initially submitted, and it follows along with the plan development standards as well as the elevations for this one. We haven't, the applicant did not provide any end users for any of these suites, so we don't have any information in regards to that. But the uses that they are restricted to certain uses for this particular tract of property. And with that, I'll stand for any additional questions that you guys may have.
All right. Thank you, Roderick. This is a public hearing, agenda item number 4. And those who are in favor of this item, you can go first, or if you have any questions or concerns, you can go second. So as of right now, the public hearing is open for agenda item 4. Okay. If I don't have anyone, can I have a motion to close the public hearing, please?
Move to close.
A second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Ayes have it. The public hearing is closed. Commissioners, do you have any questions or concerns regarding number 4 of new business on the handout?
No questions.
No questions? Kevin, Susie, anything?
No, I don't have anything.
Okay. Can I have a motion for new business number 4, please?
I move that we approve agenda item 4 as presented.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Ayes have it. Agenda item 4 has been approved. Moving along on the agenda item list is number 5, which is on the back side of your handout. This is a public hearing. Consider a zoning change from C1 to plan development 189 to allow office, retail, restaurant with food to go. No indoor dining uses on the site. Located at 279 East Ovilla Road, PIN number 196342. Case number Z as in zebra, C as in cat 25-29, requested by Norman Patton. Staff, please.
Pull this one up real fast for you guys. All right. So this one is, actually, let me go down on the ground for this one so you can see exactly where it is.
This is the old country kitchen there on Ovilla Road, if you remember that building.
Okay. Did it catch fire?
It did.
Yeah, a while back.
So here we go. So you can get a visual of what this one is and where it's at. Kind of a little tidbit of information. As you can see here, and what we will discuss is you can see right here where it is some of the cement is removed, the pavement is removed right here. This one did have some right-of-way taking, or does have some right-of-way taking with this one. So what the applicant is doing, as we look at the exhibit, the applicant is submitting for, what they're for office, retail, and restaurant to-go uses for this particular property. Right now, it's zoned C1. They're looking to come back with primarily C1 type uses, but restricting some of those C1 type uses because of the limitation of their already constructed building. So we've catered to that inside of the PD with reducing some of the more intense C1 type uses that they wouldn't be able to do on that particular site. And what makes sense for what they currently have as well, as far as parking and all of those things that they have there. They did modify a lot of their, modify a lot of the site to try to meet the C1 standards. However, just because of the right-of-way taking and everything, they can't meet landscaping or anything like that. So they have a reduced site because of the right-of-way taking. They tried to make everything that they could to do the C1 standards. However, it just wouldn't work out because of the particular site. Outside of that, as far as parking and everything, some of those uses aren't realistic for this particular site just because of the layout, and they wouldn't be able to meet all of those standards. So they reduced as far as restaurant, just as at the most, they could potentially do a restaurant to go. And then they did the rest of this, not the rest of them, but a lot of C1 standards, but like I said, modified the more intense C1 type uses. For this site, the landscape, those plan is right here, like I said, and then the elevations for the building are going to remain the same as what we had previously. They'll be screening all of the on-roof items that they have there, as far as any HVAC systems or anything like that. They'll still have that screen behind any parapets and stuff like that they have there. And with that, I'll stand for any additional questions that you guys may have.
All right. Thank you, Roderick. This is a public hearing. Those in favor of this item, you can go first. Or if you have any questions or concerns, you can go second. And the public hearing is now open. All right, can I have a motion to close the public hearing, please?
I move to close the public hearing.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Ayes have it. Public hearing has been closed for number 5. Staff, do y'all have any, commissioners, do y'all have any questions or concerns regarding number 5?
So what other uses did you take out besides sit-down restaurant? I mean, there's still a lot of uses that look like they might require a fair amount of parking.
Gotcha. You know what? I was preparing for that for you to ask me that question. So as far as the more intense uses that we did take out, some of them just made more sense. So as far as medical, dental, laboratory, the office or the permanent cosmetic studio and tattooing, we took out those type of uses. The restaurant with drive-in service, well, practically all of the restaurant type uses, except for the to-go only type of restaurant uses, just because they require such a extreme amount of parking on the site. It just wouldn't make sense at that one, and they couldn't meet that. Car wash, things like that, which isn't realistic considering the site layout. A check cashing, loan facility, computer or data processing, commercial amusement, a lot of those type of uses is what we took out for that.
Yeah, so it wasn't just parking intense uses.
Mhm.
It was uses that we have in our ordinance, but we don't necessarily want on a villa. So
Mhm.
it was kind of a combination of both.
Right.
So what would be ideal for this location?
Well, we gave
A
them a use list.
a sales tax generating and
Right. We did. So we didn't remove everything. We did we gave you the development standards. So it's a lot of different uses that we did include, to where it wasn't just the initial thing that was submitted in the letter of intent, to where they can expand upon the uses that will be able to go to that site, to where
Okay.
we are hoping that it will be successful. And I can only say hope, because it's up to the applicant to thrive after.
How many square feet is that building?
3275.
3275.
So for reference, a regular restaurant would require 46 spaces on that, and they have 19 or something. Do you
Mhm.
remember?
20, it says.
20, it
20
says on the
something.
plan.
Yeah, so that's why we're trying to limit that type of stuff.
Right.
And that's enough for a discount variety or department store?
Yeah.
Mm.
I mean, we consider that general retail, so that's gonna be 1 per 200,
Yeah.
am I remembering that right?
1 per 200.
Okay.
And if it is a restaurant, it'd be somewhere just to go, right?
Yeah.
Correct, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, in a previous life, traffic and parking at that facility was not practical.
Right. Understood.
Yeah, I didn't visit it at that time. We're hoping that it'll be a lot better, as things move forward though.
And is the applicant looking to subdivide that?
So they do have a plat and they did submit a plat for that one, a short form plat for that one. They're not looking to subdivide.
You're talking about the building or the lot?
The building.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
got 2
gotcha. I'm
suites in
sorry.
it now.
Yeah,
All right.
Yeah, so if you go to the elevations, it's got 2 front doors, so that it's got 2 suites in it now.
Okay.
Well, to left and right.
Yeah, of that pillar, that middle pillar down there on the right.
Doesn't look like they could put in a drive-through. Is that a
that's-
possibility?
No,
a drive
Yeah.
wouldn't function very well inside of that site. You don't have really any turnaround or anything like that you'll be able to accomplish there.
So it's carry out only.
Correct.
right,
So this could be 2 tenants at this location too.
It
right?
could be.
Okay.
right. So it'd be an office in one and then a to-go restaurant in the other one. Because
Mhm.
there's still, I don't know if it's any good anymore, but there's still all of the kitchen equipment that was in there. I mean, maybe it got burned up in the fire, I don't know. But it's, that half of the building is already set up
Set up for
as
a
a
restaurant.
restaurant.
Okay.
Mhm.
Okay, makes sense. Commissioners, anything else? Questions? Okay. Can I have a motion for number 5, please?
I move that we approve agenda item 5 as presented.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Ayes have it. Agenda item number 5 has been approved. Moving along to number 6, which is also to a public hearing. Consider a zoning change from PD 164 revised 2 to PD revised number 3 to allow overhead telecom infrastructure between buildings generally located at the north side of Steinbach Road and along the east and west sides of Bachelor Road and south of Ellis County limit line. PIN numbers 312-905, 312-906, 312-908. Case number Z as in zebra, C as in cat, 26-03, requested by Michael, is it Landwehr? Landwehr, Michael Landwehr. Staff, please.
Yes. All right. So for our final case that we have today, I thought I had it right here with me. All right. So this one is for the overhead. Sorry. So for the overhead
Telecom.
Telecom, I'm sorry. Yeah, I forgot what they were, the proper term that we were calling them. So for the overhead telecom wire, so basically what they're running the telecom wires, I'm sorry, for this data center that we have right here off of Steinbach Road. They're looking to do exactly what we did. So what we did for a couple of whoops, step back, a couple of months back.
Compass, yeah, a
for
few months
Compass,
back, we did it on the Compass
we did
side as
the
well.
telecom structure for them. They're looking to do the exact same thing at Data Bank for that one. So with those, if you guys can remember, I'll go down to the elevation so you guys can kind of see what we're looking to do. So you remember when we did the telecom structures that ran the conduit wire across from one building to the other one because they didn't have enough area underground because it was filled with all of the wires underground and they weren't able to put that additional conduit underground. They're looking to do the same thing and run those between the buildings that they have on site. They are limited to specific buildings that they're connecting those from. If are, have a little hiccup with the
Yeah, mine
pulling
kept
up.
doing that too when I was trying to open it on my.
Yeah,
computer.
I was trying to zoom it in a little bit for you so you can kind of see the buildings that they're running these between. So essentially it goes from 9 to 10, 10 to 11, then 11 to 12 is what these structures are going to be between on this particular site. So if we're looking at it, oh man, I shouldn't have zoomed that in. So it's gonna go from here to there, 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 and back. And these are going to be back and forth between those buildings. So they'll have we'll have to have them side by side going between those buildings. All on the interior of that lot is what you will have those. So they'll be on the inside of between those structures. Is how they're going to be running. None on on the outside of those. You may potentially see something if you're going down Bachelor and you look back, maybe towards your right. But other than that, they should be all on the interior of the lots. They're going to screen them just like we had the last compass screen theirs with the mesh that's going to match the buildings. And it'll run along the entirety of that structure. So it'll come out the building. This one is going to drop down. It's still going to give us the clearings for any type of fire, any type of fire
Access,
Yes,
yeah.
fire access or anything that we need to go in and put out anything if we so need to. So that 14-foot clearance will be there.
Yeah, the fire clearance minimum's 14 and I think they're at 24. So
Correct.
they have plenty of clearance.
And that is really it for this one. And I'll stand for any additional questions you guys may have.
All right, thank you, sir. This is a public hearing. Those that are in favor of this item, you can go first. Or if you have any questions regarding this item, you can go second. So as of right now, the public hearing is open for number 6. All right. Can I have a motion to close the public hearing for number 6, please?
I move to close the public hearing.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Ayes have it. Public hearing has been closed. Commissioners, you have any questions in regards to number 6 item tonight?
I don't have anything. Everything's been covered.
Sorry, can you repeat?
I don't have any questions.
Okay.
Everything's been covered. Clearance, emergency services, the need, screening.
Yeah, it's not really visible. It looks like, I mean, from the street or anything, no more than the buildings, so.
All right. Kevin, anything? All right, can I have a motion for number 6, please?
I move that we approve agenda item 6 as presented.
I'll second.
Second.
Kevin, a second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Ayes have it. Number 6 has been approved. And last but not least, can I have a motion to adjourn, please?
I move that we adjourn the meeting.
Second.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Ayes have it. The planning